there's a famous story about the Clinton administration. No, it was actually Obama. They only had 20% women. And they said, and they noticed that every time they shared an idea, one of the males would take it over and kind of present it as himself, and you would forget where it came from. And they decided to gang up the 20%. And every time someone said a really smart idea, they would hype her up. Wow, that's such a smart. So it's no one will forget where the idea came from. And they later also, there was something about women are stopped mid-sentence more often than men. McKinsey research shows that it is perceived that women are less succinct than men. It's not true. Women on average speak the same number of words per sentence, okay, and in general. But it's perceived, okay, because socialization, encourages us or educated us that women are quieter. So when they do speak up, it does seem that they're less succinct. And so they are cut mid-sentence more often. And so when I was doing some training for our team in Australia, we kind of adopted this idea of speak up and just say, let her finish. Okay, so if you're in a meeting and you see someone else being cut mid-sentence, find the opportunity to say, thank you, but you were cut mid-sentence. Would you like to finish what you would say as a colleague? And it was such a powerful thing because the person didn't, even if he did it unintentionally, he noticed that he cut someone off. And it became such a let her finish. They ended up doing T-shirts with let her finish. So I think that's also part of the, having a voice. Speaking up when you see wrongdoing, okay? That's why there's so many women whistleblowers, right? But speak up to the level. You said, okay, if you're seeing that it's completely futile, you're not able to find a way to work. I think that's the other thing that I learned a little too late, that decisions are not made in the room when the data is shared. Decisions are made before, okay, in the run up towards that critical meeting. And I didn't realize that. I was coming and focusing only on sharing my points in that meeting while everyone was kind of doing the lobbying on the way, doing. And I have one story that I also talk about in the book where the first time I did, politically savviness, okay? Politically savviness doesn't need to be plain dirty. It's about being smart and strategic about getting your objectives. And for me, it was about, there was a campaign, I knew it needed to go on air, and I just did an alliance before we moved into the meeting. And so when the meeting came, most of those people spoke up and said, how much they believed in it. And so my boss had to kind of, because the head of sales wanted it and etc. So I think those were my key learning on voice and making sure you have it and you keep it, but be smart about it, be politically savvy about it, and choose your battles.
Yeah.